Come to a standing position on your mat as we warm up for some sun salutations, which are heating. It's a strengthening practice. Reach your left arm out front and lift your fingertips up. With your right hand, reach behind your fingers and gently pull the fingers back to stretch that left wrist. And then lower your fingers, reach behind the hand and pull the fingers towards you. We're just waking up the wrists. And now reach your right arm out front, lift the fingertips up, left hand behind, and left hand gently pulls those fingers back. And then lower your fingers and with your left hand, pull those fingers towards you. Release your arms and come onto the front of your mat. Feet hip distance apart, feet parallel. Inhale, arms up over your head. Lower your shoulders as you stretch your fingertips up. Bend your knees ever so slightly. Strong core. Use your core on your next exhale to fold forward. Inhaling, come halfway up, nice flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, palms together at your heart and fold. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms together, fold forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms together and fold. Let your knees be soft. Keep your spine nice and straight. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise to standing. This time exhale, palms together at your heart center. Release your hands. Keeping your feet hip distance apart, parallel to each other, inhale your arms up over your head. Exhale, fold forward. This time place your hands on the mat and come onto your knees. We'll just wake up the spine. Inhaling, lower your chest and belly towards the mat. Open your chest, tilt your pelvis. Take a couple of breaths here. On your next exhale, lift your spine up, rounding your back like a cat. Inhaling, arch your back. Exhale, round. Couple more times, just let your movement follow your breath. Come to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes, lift your knees up and walk your feet forward. And bow forward. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, palms together at your heart. And we'll begin with Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutations A. Soft knees, try to keep your spine straight. Inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, come halfway up. Think shoulders back, nice flat back, arms are straight. Exhale, fold, place both hands on the mat, spread the fingertips wide, and step back to plank pose, Palakasana. Knees can be off or on the mat. Just keep a nice straight spine. Elbows are soft. Breathe. Keep your elbows close to your rib cage. As you exhale, slowly lower down to the mat. Place the tops of your feet on the mat. Just rest your hands lightly on the mat. Look straight ahead. Push your belly into the mat and lift your chest forward and up. Shoulders back and shoulders away from your ears. Slowly lower down. Tuck your toes. Keep your hands under your shoulders. Press your hands into the mat and lift your whole body up through plank pose and then hips up and back. to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Start with your knees slightly bent for the first one. Lift your hips up and back. Hands are just light on the mat. Elbows are slightly bent. Play with straightening one leg and then the other. But if your back starts to round, bend your knees, not your spine. And now walk your feet forward to your hands. Inhaling, come halfway up. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise to standing, arms up. Exhale, palms together at your heart. Release your hands. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head. Knees are soft. As you exhale, fold. Inhaling, come halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Place both hands on the mat and step back to plank pose. Breathe here, straight spine, knees off or on the mat. Strong core, soft shoulders and elbows. Keep your elbows in as you slowly lower down to the mat. Tops of the feet come on the mat. Lift your hands off the mat at just half an inch or so. Press your belly into the mat and push your chest forward and up, and then rest your hands on the mat in Bhujangasana. Can you come up a little higher? Slowly lower down, tuck your toes, press your hands into the mat. If you'd like more engagement coming up to downward facing dog, lift your knees up off the mat first. Press your hands and toes into the mat and lift your whole body up. Hips back to downward facing dog. Keep your wrists light, almost off the mat, but wrists are light. Just your fingertips and knuckles are pressing into the mat. Lengthen your spine. Externally rotate your arms. Maybe straighten one leg and the other. Maybe your knees never straighten, that's okay. Look past your hands and either walk your feet forward to your hands or bend your knees and gently hop your feet forward to your hands. Inhaling, come halfway up. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head. We're going to begin some Surya Namaskar B. Soft knees as you exhale, fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to have a nice straight spine. Place your hands on your hips. Now sit up, shoulders back, toes are soft, knees are pointed in the same direction as the feet, strong core. Maybe sit more deeply in Utkatasana, chair pose. A couple of breaths here. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Excuse me. Place your hands on the mat, wrist creases parallel to the front of the mat, and step back to plank pose. Palakasana. Couple of breaths here. Elbows close to your rib cage, slowly lower down to the mat. Place the tops of your feet on the mat. Send your chest forward and up. Hands are just resting on the mat for Bhujangasana. Elbows close to your waist or rib cage. Slowly lower down, tuck your toes, press your hands into the mat, and lift up and back to downward facing dog. Maybe walk the dog out here. Lift your hips up and back a little higher. And walk your feet together. Lift your right leg up in the air behind you. Bend that right knee and step that foot forward between your hands. Inhale your arms up. Breathe, maybe deepen the lunge, maybe straighten the back leg. Lower both hands to the mat and step back to plank pose, Palakasana. Lower down, top of the feet on the mat, forward and up into Bhujangasana. Slowly lower down, tuck your toes, press your hands and toes into the mat, lifting up and back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Walk your feet together and lift your left leg up in the air behind you. Bend that knee and step the left foot forward between your hands. Inhale, arms up. Think right hip forward, left hip back. Maybe deepen the lunge, maybe straighten that back leg. Draw your belly and rib cage in. Lower both hands to the mat and step back to plank pose. Slowly, gently lower all the way down to the mat. Tops of the feet on the mat. Come forward and up in Cobra. Slowly lower down. Tuck your toes. Lift up and back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees and step or hop your feet forward gently to your hands and bow forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way to standing, arms up. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Bend your knees slightly, inhale your arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips to fold forward, nice straight spine. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, fold. Place both hands on the mat, spread your fingers wide, and step back to plank pose. Elbows are soft. Upper back is soft. Strong core. Slowly lower down. Tops of the feet on the mat, forward and up. Bhujangasana. Slowly lower down, tuck your toes, press up and back to downward facing dog. Play with stretching one leg and the other, lifting your hips up and back, lengthening your spine. Breathe. Bend your knees and step or gently hop your feet forward to your hands. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Inhale, reach your arms up. Soft knees. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms together and fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms together and fold forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way to standing, arms up over your head. Exhale, palms together. Release your hands. Namaste.